Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cat Monarch, and once again, continuing with Duel Masochist. Not a lot has changed since earlier. We advanced the proficiency test, that's new. So now we have 3 different objectives, which are all varying tasks of varying amounts of accomplishable. Link summon, pretty easy. Pendulum summon, still not too difficult. We could build a pendulum slot deck and get it done, hopefully in a few duels. And ritual summon a monster, that might take some time. We have nowhere near enough to guarantee that consistently. We do have some low tribute rituals with the Burning Abyss monster, but it's still going to take us some time to earn that. And as for our win-loss ratio, I was very worried it tanked. But, as it turns out, it hasn't. We're still at 2 more wins and we would be at 33%. How we've managed that, I don't quite understand. But again, I'm not going to ask questions. I'm going to take our gift and be happy for it. Now, this is what we're playing now that we've taken the fusion part of the deck out. But we don't have to be playing zombie. We have several other decks to choose from. We've got our good stuff list, which has been updated a little. We've got a new machine, dragon, soup heavy, and warrior list to choose from. And I guess I really should have done this on the previous stream. Apparently I had like 6 people viewing at one point. But we don't have that now. So it's time to choose. And I gotta be honest, I am very curious about this dragon deck. This does need a quick update before we even think about getting into it though, because we've got 4 level 1 monsters. And we pulled Relinquished Anima earlier today, which just goes in the deck. It should do. There's no reason to not. Question is, what do we take out for it? So I think, let's select this as our list, and let's make a quick little edit to it. We might find that this is not appreciated, simply because it's 2 tributes, and there are alternative ways to bring out most of our high level monsters. This one is just a normal summon, but it is a single tribute as opposed to a double, and this is sometimes a single tribute, so swings and roundabouts, I guess. Right, I said we should probably put Anima in this list. Let's put Anima in the list, and let's figure out what we should remove. I think it's probably Heliopolis, because we have 2 main deck 8s, which isn't a high amount to go into rank 8 Xyz. Conversely, we have 4 main deck 7s, which is just a little bit better for that. Let's see. As for the Synchro lineup, I think we're kind of happy with it. Because, I don't know, I mean, this is... we kind of really need to go into this. It's not a tuner. Oh, that is a tuner. That means we need a level 1 winged beast. Okay, maybe I haven't looked at this deck as thoroughly as I'd thought. I don't know if we have a level 1 winged beast. Okay, we do. And it doesn't lock us. And it is possibly a special summon. It seems level 1 winged beasts are slightly difficult to come by. That's a flip, but it lets us tutor out a tuner from deck. A tuner like Destrudo. Okay, so there is a level 1 winged beast that we could play. 2 level 1s, but I would rather not play that. We also have a for hire. You know, know, this is not really what I thought I'd be doing as soon as I switched to the Dragon deck. I didn't quite realise that we could do that. But I guess maybe that's just not the plan. Maybe it's... Do we have level 2s that are non-tuner? No. Okay. So these will not be made using this, or, sorry, these will not be made using this, just by our type definitions. So what can be made using this, given that it is a tuner monster, and is more importantly a dragon tuner? We can't make this with it. We could make Star Eater. We can, I think, make this, or are all our 2s tuner monsters? I think all our 2s are tuner monsters. Okay, we'll have to think about this thing. But yeah, I think I want to try out the dragon deck for the moment. So let's just jump in with this. I can't say a lot has changed since earlier. Had a nice meal with family, which is, you know, always appreciated around this time of year. Especially. 'Tis the season and all. What else? Rewatched Deadpool and Wolverine with my brother because he hasn't seen yet. They are specifically going second. 40-15. Okay, what can we do with this then? We can activate this. Send a designated card from deck to grave. Ash Blossom. Seems like it's Ash Blossom. Yep. Now we can only use one effect per turn, which means, yeah, that's the end of that. So let's summon a 1600 beats and call it turn. That'll definitely stop this constructed deck, right? Now, maybe there's more kinks than I'd thought about this deck, and they need to be worked out. But for the moment, we're just gonna have to... Oh, it is Dark Magician. And they let me go first. Why did you let me go first? You want to go first and set up your, like, massive end board. Yeah, you want to do that going first. Now, if I have any form of MST, I know what to use it on. That is assuming I survive and they don't make Dragoon. With their Dragoon sleeves and Dragoon mate. Well, Dark Magician mate, but... I'm very quickly becoming sick and tired of this. It's not that he's hyper-oppressive and constructed, but I'm playing Masochist deck, and for some reason Dragoon Turbo has brought people out of the woodwork like nothing else. Oh damn, would you look at that. It's a spellcaster. Fun and interactive gameplay, you see. Well, that could do it. Oh yeah, right. You got to have that allowed. Negate the activation. So yeah, let's set 2 and pass, because if we activate that, they negate it, they gain attack. Oh, but they just have the negate for the MST. Like, it doesn't matter at all. Like, unless they play their whole hand, they win. Well, okay, no, that's a lie. They also need to, flip up the... Oh, that's so ass. Right, yeah, that'll do it. It's not cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. Cannot be destroyed by card effects. Full stop. Okay, that's not really a fair test for the Dragon deck, so let's give it another shot. Alright, we gotta go first again. This time our choice. Let's hope it works out slightly better for us. Plant. Right, so we can do that, right? Yeah. And what else do we have? A few things. Discard that. Summon Title from deck. Let's see. During your opponent's end phase, right? Don't want Dragoonity. Okay, so we probably want to just set this and call it a turn. Because this is going to return to hand during the end phase if it's not destroyed. Dark Hole. Going first was the correct move, obviously. They don't understand Numeron. I'm not going to do anything here. Because if they knew what they were doing, they wouldn't have actually used Dark Hole. Like, I would have just been dead. Well, nearly. Okay, so now what makes you special enough that you can kill me through 8,000 with no monsters on field? Megaclops. That's the idea. Okay. That's not a quick effect. So who cares? I take damage, but it's not lethal amounts, so we just leave it. Activate this in end phase to reborn. What can we get into? I think we do it like this. We discard this one. And we get to reborn 2. You can special summon this card from your graveyard but banish it when it leaves the field. So what if we just got these two out? Now, does this just bounce back to hand? Yeah, it does. Which means that dies. It's okay. It's not what I was hoping for, but it's okay. Yeah, if we hadn't done that, we would have allowed a rank 4 play. Synchro 10, maybe. Let's see. We have 2 dragons engraved, don't we? Yeah. They're not doing it again, in theory. Let's special summon this. Use the grave. Maybe it's not as good as I thought if we can't even take out Numeron. I think my regular deck would have a much better time of it. Either that or the Dragon rules are terrible, but it's UR, there's no way it's terrible. Dragon rules have been power crept quite a lot, it's no problem that they're at 3. Yeah, sure, that's fine. This isn't even one of the ones that floats. You're just gonna bring title back for, like, no other reason than you can. Target Dragoonity, yeah, so that's not helping me out. It's not even like, Can I make this a draw? I think I can make this a draw, right? We're not winning this anyway. No. What is the point? Oh, they're not even playing Numeron as Numeron. This is... Oh, come on. What the hell? They have... no terraforming, no metaverse. One wall, one network. Oh, fuck's sake. Right. You never win. Me either, bud. One of those statements will be true. You never win, but you do have the snowman, oh, what is it? The snowman eater, mate. Which means if you're never winning, you're playing a lot of duels. You're kidding me. Come on, man. Going up against a guy called I Never Win, who is definitely playing a broken-ass deck. Okay, what can the dragon deck do going second? We can draw no dragon for our dragon type MST, and we can draw a bunch of traps that we'd rather have going first. Can you believe it? We're being FTK'd. Come on. Waiting to see what it is. We're being FTK'd. I have some real issues that Master Duel will, like... They actually have a semi-serious bit of hitting FTKs. Of course, they're not going to hit Gimmick Puppet. Gimmick Puppet is new, and its design is to FTK. But this has been around however long, and the way to stop this from happening is to ban a singular card. It's not particularly difficult. It's super easy to interrupt, but the problem is, like, it just shouldn't exist, right? People generally think that FTKs are unhealthy for the game. What if you just don't draw Imperm Ash? Because realistically, that's what stops this, right? Right. Try again. Let's find a real game. Let's find an actual match where we can make plays and they matter mildly. Because currently they don't. It's slightly annoying. Okay, we have once again got plays. That's a very bad definition of plays. Is it Dark Magician making Dragoon? No, it's Gate Guardian. Not that that's any better for us. Well, okay, it might be better when they end it like that. Pendulum Dragon. If not ice cards you control, normal. Yeah, we don't have a lot. We're gonna set a card and call it a turn. On the one hand, we have a much better chance of, you know, getting started before they, Okay, let's let them place a piece. And we'll wait for resolution. And now we'll do it. That's the end of their current turn. What can we do with this? We can make an 8. Not that one. We can make the fish. Is that all we can do? We're really not doing much here, are we? We can tribute summon this. That's a dragon. It means we can get rid of this or the field spell. I think we do it. Oh, we could make the other one. Yeah, let's summon the normal. Do this, do this. Do that. I know it's our high pendulum scale. But the thing is, if we do it like this, next turn, we can make, what's the face? This guy. That is a consistency card and a half. Just miss it. Pretty please. If they get the field spell or if they get the tank, we're done. That's kind of the end of the game. Oh, you're fucking kidding me, right? Come on, man. Getting hit by Fallen of Albaz in a Gate Guardian deck. Fuck you. Maybe the dragon deck isn't amazing. Maybe... No, I want to give it a fair chance. I want to give it a few duels. We can get some bad hands. The opponents can be on cracked things. It happens. It happened to every deck we've played. They're not a bot. I don't care what the username says, they are not a bot. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your festive period. Alright. It's a hand. We need a bit to get it going, though. Set this, set this. I think we set this on the off chance. And what about our Dragoonity bosses? This thing does have 24. Set. Hello, Daisy Queen-ish. Kinda queen. Doing alright. How about yourself? Oh no, we've been FTK'd. Again, same one. It is 40 in the main deck. That's not the card they use for it, though. That is, but that's kind of the starter of every Utopia deck. So is it Utopia, or are we being FTK'd? They thinking. And likewise, return of the mates with single animation. Oh, they screwed up the one card combo that they not know how to do. You summon this, yeah. You summon another rank 4 or level 4, make a rank 4. That's the combo. Makes me think they're a real player with how long they're taking. Nope, not new streamer. Oh, that's a new player thing. That's not a bot. Utopia summons a whole lot, but they don't summon like... Well, do they summon that many times? They might. I have a feeling this is a player. Let's go, we got a real opponent. And we've drawn such an average hand. At this point, a few months, but I don't really know how many months. Couldn't tell you off the top of my head. Both of our life points are taking a hit. Oh, you're not gonna... Nope, there it is, there's the draw. Although they're paying for that first. Did you just... Right, so they used its effect after this effect? Yeah, sure, go for it. We might just be dead, but on the other hand, their connection is bad enough that they might just fail. There's Utopia. With 5,000 attack, right? Disappear. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, it's like, this is an actual Utopia deck, not the number FTK. No, I don't stream daily. But it might be... Yeah, it might be Burn. That was 2 XE summons, that's the third. And then you can go into a fourth from that. That's not the ideal one, is it? Maybe it is. Have a little guessies. Just curious what you think. Are they working out how to assemble another, what, 13 Xyz summons? That's another one. 12 more to go. But they really are struggling on that connection front. They might actually fail it. Shame that none of these are reactive at the moment. Need them to go into the battle phase. Treated as an Xyz summon so we get burnt again. Made it with 4 materials, so I can do that next turn as well. You don't have a negate on you. But you're gonna summon someone who does, or someone who's indestructible. Did not need you to be popping off this hard, this fast. Why did I put the continuous spell in the pendulum zone? Or continuous trap, even. Could have at least put Mirror Force in that column. Like, this is really slightly annoying, because if they had a better connection, the plays would be a little bit faster. As it is, the back connection is about bad enough that they're still in the game. But just that, like, that's it. Okay, that doesn't have material, so you're not using its effect. Oh, maybe you are. And if you're actually using its effect, then hopefully we can just Mirror Force you and you quit. They are activating the effect. I did say, I don't mind you asking where you think I'm, or where I'm from. I did say, do you want to take a guess? Because I wonder what you think. Okay, it looks like they're actually just going for game here. Destroy opponent's card effect. Destroy as many, each player sets one spell trap from their graveyard to their field. Okay. No negates, no negates, no negates. And you would be correct in that assumption. They can only attack with this one monster. But yeah, you're right from that. Sure. Don't know why you're doing that. You use that as material. I don't know what that's supposed to achieve. You need to get rid of this, but you can only attack with this set card. Go for it. Little party in chat for guessing it right. Mirror Force. Deal with this. I know they get to blow up the field. That's fine. But I now get Mirror Force back. Again. I'll take that. You get your starter, I'll get my battle protection. They know it's here, so they have to play around it, but it's something. They've knocked their own life points down by 1,500 for me. They have technically an extension because they haven't used this effect. Alright. Come on. We don't have anything to summon. Target Dragoon is... Yeah, we don't have, like, either of that. Oh, you're free to show me your work. And kinda had a feeling it was building up to this. You were not the first, you were not the last. You are the 11th person to ask. And by all means, my Discord name is the same as my channel name, but I'm not going to guarantee you work. Simply because that feels a bit cruel of me to lead you on like that. So don't expect to be given work. Target a Utopia. I'll check it out after the stream's over. Special it in defense. Yep, you're using it as material. Now they are a player, so they should play around the Mirror Force, you know, in theory. Shock. No, I'm not checking it right now. You're asking nicely, but no. I check Discord once the stream's over, simply because I don't want notifications popping up during the stream. Have to edit around the sound. So I check out when the stream's over. Not just you, but for every other person who's asked as well. We're just dead again, probably? Well, are we? They know Mirror Force is here, are they gonna play around it? They should. But will they? They've gone through a lot of monsters. They've got 6 cards left in the extra deck. Once per turn special, but their effects negated. Yeah, okay. While you control cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Okay. So they plan to... Oh. You know, that's a pretty solid plan. Wait, why are you doing that? I take half battle damage. You could have just attacked for gain. Are you sure you're... Am I sure they're not a bot? Its effects are negated. Its effects are negated too. Yeah, what are you equipping to it? This. Right, go for it. I take half damage, this thing dies. Yeah, go for it. The activation and effect cannot be negated, so that's technically online still. That's... Well, that's dumb. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Wait. Yeah, okay. Now what? It dies during the end phase? But their effect... No, it's permanent negate on the effects. I take half damage. This one dies anyway. That one looks like probably dies as well. Have you forgotten that I have Mirror Force face down? Because I think you have. Just... I take half battle damage. Like, that's part of this guy's effect. So I live. Okay. Cool. Well, it's not doing much for you. Like, this is permanently negated. This is on your side of the field, sure, but like... I can target this. I regret having the pendulums. No, I don't regret having a pendulum scale. Normal summon. Funny. Lol. Yeah, that's kind of the turn. But they've got 3 cards in extra. What do they do with 3 cards in extra? Am I still dead? Are the last 3 cards Utopia, Double, and Utopia? Well, there's Double or Nothing. Wait, did you just add Double or Nothing? No, reveal Double or Nothing. Okay, and what are you adding to hand? I've got 25 cards left in deck. I have no doubt most of those are going to do something. I have doubt what your extra deck is going to do. Okay, that's a starter. Yeah, cool. Its effects are negated. Go for it. I'm so confused. Well, if we don't win here, I'm gonna feel kinda bad about myself. Oops, sorry for batting the mic. Yep. Summon your guy back. I can attack this thing. Battle phase. Take 14. Main 2. Activate. Target this. Bye bye. So, yeah, interesting duel, right? A guy who should have killed me a couple times over already has now whiffed game because he activated one too many effects. I'm only on 45, it is a very vulnerable position. But they don't seem to be doing anything. They've got 3 cards in extra. I'd bet that they're going to be rank 4s, but at the same time, they seemingly... They should have summoned it last turn. Add Astraltopia. That's assuming you have an Xyz monster on the field, which you don't currently. Cool. Go for it. I don't think they're drawing more cards. I don't think they're Xyz summoning. I don't feel they even use that many times throughout the whole duel. It's one of the best cards in Utopia. Congratulations, you normal summoned. Are you going to Xyz summon? No, you're gonna poke me for 300 though. I'll take 300. You have it. Get this card. Yeah, they would have Xyz summoned if they had the potential to, so it's fine. We get our guy back. We get a normal summon. Come on back. What does this do? Target Dragoonity, target Dragoonity. Okay. So, we go battle phase. We do more damage to you than you're going to do to me. We kill the Searcher. Then we go main 2. We activate this. We banish this. And we set a guy. It's apparently this easy. Use 2 copies of Mirror Force. Your Utopia opponent will be in shambles. I'm gonna fight tooth and nail for this victory. I do have the upper hand. You can go ahead and do that. That's your 3rd one anyway, isn't it? Yeah, they're all out of that. They've used Rota. I don't know what they want to get from the deck. Yeah, your Destruct Potion FTK's gone. So that, I guess, yeah, it's a bot. Because the whole FTK is that you get Destruct Potion, and you get the rank 2 on the field. While you have, where is it? This guy on the field. He becomes like 9,000, you destroy... Oh. They summoned a bigger monster. I'm gonna get poked. Alright. Well, if I now get another Dragunity, I get to equip it with that monster from the grave, and it can make 2 attacks. Is it on monsters? No, it's just second monster. Or second attack during each battle phase. So any Dragunity is an amazing draw right here. That's not a Dragunity, but that is Monster Reborn. And that is an extra deck rip for the last 3 cards and extra as well. So we go battle phase here. We can attack in for this one. Main 2. Activate this. Banish this. It's a very simple control game. And if we feel that they're going to summon something slightly stronger, we're fine. Neither player can special summon. This is return to the field until the next step. Okay. So yeah, they're kind of return to the field under Timebreaker, which is fine. Okay, they put him in defense position. Okay. Main 2 end. In that case, in end phase. Right. What monster are we making? If we make this... I think we want to make this. So we pitch this. 1, 2. And it's that easy. And we're just going to banish that guy again with Timebreaker because it's probably just correct. I mean, it is just correct. He comes back. So does your guy. Destruct Potion. And that probably seals the game. Like, I think that's it. Right, special summon. Let's go into this one, using these 2, which gets rid of that. We'll put it in the EMZ. We can use this one to use the effect, target a Dragunity we control, equip it with this one from Grave. We can then send up to 3 cards you control to the grave, so we'll send 1 and 2. Or 2, decide. I'm just curious about what's the last card's an extra. That he can make, the other 2 he can't, so let's just, you know, bin those. And, set this, activate this, use that on this. Go battle phase, attack in, and then double attack. They live for a turn, but I don't really know what they can do. Because even if it's a really big wall, and we take some down, even if it's Destiny Hero Defender, we just crack down. You've used... Oh no, you haven't used the once per duel effect? I swear you could have. You have done. Yeah, sure. Go for it. I am not sure. We shouldn't have won that. If it was an actual player, we shouldn't have won that. Alright. But we did anyway. So we get our first win of the second stream. 2 master packs. Okay, we have another Steel Star. Larval Support. I don't think that's ever going to be worth playing. Well, we're starting on that Chaos Dragon deck, I guess. Because that adds to our Chaos Pendulum and our original, Chaos Emperor end. That's our 3rd Stingray. That's like our 4th Uru. Alright, let's see what this pack brings us. Armor Dragon Ritual. I think we actually have the monster for that. Noble Knight. Not worth playing. Advanced Crystal Beast. A Battery Man. Need to take a look at our Battery Men. No, we don't, but, you gotta say it, right? Second Nova. That's interesting. But it doesn't really do anything for us. We don't have Predaplants. And as such, that hasn't changed the deck any. And so we continue. Duel. Actually, let's just quick look at the deck. Because I imagine it's just a regular deck. Yeah, pretty much. This is supposed to be the FTK. But they failed the FTK. Like, they didn't even attempt to do the FTK because we went first. But I don't know. If it's a bot, I would have assumed that they just kind of, like, surrender if they don't have the FTK. They don't have a backup plan. That's what I've experienced, anyway. Certainly a hand. Can't be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Oh, right, I actually do need to set this in specific columns, I forget. So we'll set that, and we will set double hooking. We could get into a rank 4, possibly. I need to stop setting things in my pendulum zones. What does rank 4 do? Less attack, but good. No. Not yet. It's gonna have to be fine. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this outcome. You're gonna summon a second, right? Don't just end on Fenrir and make me feel fucking dumb. But now if I Torrential Tribute, you just... Okay, hold on. Related cards. During each standby phase, you can special Akashira. If this card on the field would be destroyed, you can special summon. So they haven't even normal summoned. But if I don't do it now, it's just wrong. Like, it's objectively incorrect to not do it. They get special summon, Oh, they can just get the Fenrir back out of the grave. This is so bad. We were not winning this in the slightest. Yep, that gets back the Fenrir. And they now have a better board than before. We are not winning that. What would have helped us? Twin Bucka Moon, unironically. Right, let's give it another one. The zombie deck was rough, like, sure, but I don't know why. It just feels... Maybe it's that I'm not playing them right next to each other and seeing the... Maybe it's that I'm playing them back to back and remembering, yeah, we got wins last stream. We have wins this stream. Well, win. Let's see what we're against. 60 card pile, they draw a starter. Yeah, but that is technically draw a starter. It's not exactly what I would have thought, but it is draw a starter. Normal or special, you can target Dragoon Sea from the graveyard, put that to this card. So yeah, it wouldn't do much. Oh. Oh, I really don't like that. I'm going to be able to make things and they're just going to go immediately. You can special summon this card from your hand by banishing one monster you control. Equipped if this card is normal special summoned, you can target. Okay, so we can do this. And their effects are not negated. Oh dear. Decatron, Decatron, Decatron. No, Decatron, Decatron, Sieti. I don't have a card in the opponent's graveyard to banish at the moment, but they are about to get Monster Negate on the field and Spell Trap Negate. Okay. Let's see, so... Once per turn, Spell Trap card or effect. Once per turn when a monster effect's activated. That isn't a monster effect. Is this a monster effect? Well, hold on. This will go to grave and they'll actually have something to target, right? I don't really know what we do in this situation except clear this. Because we do that, activate this to do that. We can then activate this, but they can then tribute as cost to target this and banish it. You don't understand how this works, do you? I'm very confused why you would do that. I get token. But you want to tribute my monster, you want to tribute the Dragoonity. I'm not going to coach them, but, like, it's just wrong. How's it come to this? How is this where we're at? Because... Sure. What do we have for sixes? Oh, right, yeah, we have... Okay. Set. Sure, we'll summon. And we go battle phase. And we attack him with this. And we attack him with this. And we attack him with this. And we call it a turn. That's fine. I think we just get rid of this, right? No tributing of my monsters. Maybe that's wrong? Okay. Banish 3, nuke the field. Destroy all of the monsters on the field. Right. And once per turn, when you contribute one monster, negate the activation if you do banish the card. Right, we kind of needed this in the grave. Oh wait, no. We didn't need... Sorry, I was thinking about this. Target an Infernoid, unaffected by card effects that turn. That's fine, we can do this. And target this. Negate it. Day. They might not, I'm just wondering. Because here's the thing, they aren't doing a spell trap nuke. We'll put this in attack position, they go and attack this one, I guess. What can we get into from this position? Oh, wait. Double attacker. At the end of the battle phase, if this card battle, banish one monster on the field. Banish one card on the field. I don't like that, can you believe it? No, I'm not going to do anything. It is at the end of the battle phase, so I'm pretty sure they just banish the face down, right? Was I ever beating Infernity? Probably not. Okay, maybe I should have done that. I take half damage, so it's probably best to leave it. Yeah. So for the moment we leave it, we hope we draw into... fuck knows what at the moment. I think that's probably game though. Oh no, it's not game this turn because they changed how Future Fusion works, right? It mills next turn if it survives. The Great Balancer until you get to a deck like mine. Right. Curtain Raiser. Does that do anything? No. Not in the slightest. Yeah, we're just dead. Not the most competent Infernity player, or Infernoid player I've been against. I think I've been saying Infernity a lot. But that's not how you play them. Like, they just should have tributed and banished my monster. And they didn't. Why put up the field spell that allows you to tribute your opponent's cards for cost when you're not going to use it? Explain to me, people. This is a weird hand. What does it do? I don't know what it does against this, so we're just gonna go like this. You're not a Dragoon, see? You're in the deck as one of those winged beast monsters I've heard so much about. Which helps makes this. Oh, we can't even do that. We're not doing well here, are we? Also, 56 card deck. Chem... No. I'm... Okay. Hold on. You're actually playing Chemic Critter cards. No, you are playing Chemic Critters. Okay. What do with your Geminis? You get that. You don't have a second normal summon right now. Are you just hoping to get that next turn? That's a special. Cupid bitch. You can increase it by 2 levels, which means it can actually beat over this. It is a mandatory effect. Oh. Okay. What does this do then? Because you obviously increase the level, right? Yeah. This is not surviving the turn. You're making a 10? Is this Baron? During your main phase, you can conduct an additional normal summon for this one. That's level 8. So you have... Yeah, you have access to a rank 8 if you want, which is the in-archetype Chemic Critter monster. Go for it, my guy. I'm still psychologically damaged by the fact that I'm actually seeing Chemic Critters do things. But on the other hand, I'm seeing Chemic Critters do things, and that's kind of awesome. I expect the world is your oyster at this moment, so, you know. They also have spot removal. Crazy field spell. I have normal summon does... Yeah, there we go. Okay. Was that a synchro summon? There was no tuner there. Is that monster a tuner? You can treat it as a tuner for a synchro summon. Chemic Critters are doing something. Make Baron. Man. Ain't that boring. So I assume this is the most competitive Chemic Critter deck, or Gemini deck, you can make, I guess. Do we have decks that don't lose to that? Probably, but I don't know. Every deck gets its bad hands. Like ours. At the moment, it just feels like it's terrible. But we went on a loss streak earlier. So, who's to say this isn't just that bit? Right. It's True Draco. Set, pass. I expect this is True Draco anyway. They don't have an extra deck. It could be Monarchs. Lord of the Heavenly Prison. I guess it could be Labyrinth. Nope. Yeah. It doesn't have to come out in defense position. There we are. Well, I've learned from last time, you kill this. What can we do? We can get into a... If the board state survives, we can get into a 12. It's a winged beast, but that doesn't matter. That's, yeah, the dark is in hand. Light's in extra deck, so... There's your problems. Destroy a monster on the field. Yeah, you know what? Oh, yeah, Heavenly Prison. Unfortunately, they can just hit over it because of the field spell. It's not going to matter if he can't special summon. It honestly is not going to matter a single bit. If face special summon True King. Well, at the very least, that one doesn't kill it. Small comforts. What can we do? Summon Yazi. Yeah, we can summon Yazi. That's slightly annoying. Yazi gains 800. You take one True Draco or True King continuous spell trap activated or add it to your hand. Add it to your hand. I don't know. We get Strudo. Oh wait, no, we get a dragon. Just generally. Come on, is there anything I can think of? What does it here? That does it. Yeah, let's add Odd Eyes Advanced Dragon. No. Right. Oh, we have the piercing thing. Right, so set this. Tribute this off. We have to target a monster and destroy it. That's fine. Except this one. Also, they can't... Okay. You get to special summon in defense position. That's just going to be how it is then. It's going to have to be okay. I've realised that we don't actually have the removal we want. Battle. They cannot be destroyed by card effects. That's still fine, because we can still hit over this. It doesn't get destroyed once per turn. I love reading. Oh god. We have lost right here. We can't do anything. They summon out Masterpiece, they pop this, and that's probably the end of the game. The thing is, they work on tribute summons, so we're kind of screwed from that perspective alone. That's fine. Because it's still Diagram that's the problem. I need spell trap removal. I need to get rid of this thing. Monsters. I can destroy the spell trap. But that's the issue here. I need to draw my removal, and the best removal I have is Cosmic, which is 1 in 39, assuming they don't kill me this turn. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this. And they've got Morganite. Yay! We just lose! Yeah, go for it. If you tribute summon a Masterpiece, that is the end of the game. That's a single monster. For Dynamite. Yeah, you can target my spell trap, that literally doesn't matter. The main problem here is, I need to get rid of this thing. I do not care about the monsters, I care about this card. I need exactly Cosmic to stay in the game. If I get exactly Cosmic, what can I do with exactly Cosmic? I have a... I can synchro for 7 into 8. Yeah. That's not Cosmic. Okay. Battle phase. It doesn't even matter. They should have put him in defense position, but... yeah, that's fine. My guy is currently tribute summoned. You do need Masterpiece to beat... well, no, you don't need Masterpiece to beat me. Like, they really don't. But there he is anyway. That is the end of the game. GG's. Why does this deck feel so bad? Level 4 Dark Dragons. Do we really have a reason to be playing them? For rank 4 access, what else do we have? We have other ways to get to rank 4s. These are 2k defenders. Nothing here really needs dragons, they need dragon tuners. That needs Dark Pendulum, so that doesn't count for that. Sevens. Is there any reason to keep the sevens? I'm trying to work out if we can do that theoretical topologic line. Doesn't look like we can. We don't have the types. Yeah, we got 4 of this thing. How important is level 5 in here? Doesn't feel like it's terrible, but it also doesn't feel like it's the most important thing in the world. Are there other cards we need to be playing? I don't know. 1, 2, 3 normal summons. 2, 3 special summons, so let's call that 6 easies. And that's another 6 there, so that's 12. In theory, we have 21 easy summons. In theory. Is there anything we should be playing in the extra deck we aren't? Anima. We should be playing Anima. No, we're playing Anima. Just randomly clicked here. What are you trying to make your end goal be with this deck? Well, first off, welcome to chat. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you pop in. Thank you very much. And what's the goal? The goal is to make a Masochist deck that works. We have a few like this one, but this is our dragon version, and at the moment it's... I mean, it's platinum. Where with a deck where you don't have crafts and you don't have access to just pulling from packs until you get what you want, this is gonna be about as good as we get, nearly. It just feels a bit rough. We had a little bit of losing streak. Let's take it away from this for a moment. Because I assure you, I'm not this bad a deck builder normally. I swear, please, believe me. But yeah, we're on... If you're not familiar... Well, backtrack. Are you familiar with Duel Masochist Challenge? That's probably the first thing to ask. Based on that, we can just go from there. That looks impossible for real, lol. Okay, so you're not exactly familiar with it. Basis of the challenge is that you start with a fresh account and you open 6 or 10 master packs to start you off. From there, you just climb the ladder. Every win, you get 1 master pack as your prize. You get any legacy tickets you pick up along the way. Those are free. And then you can either run it like that, or you can give yourself some bonus rules. We do have some bonus rules to make it easier. Yeah, okay, you've heard of it. We do have some bonus rules to make it easier, and we have a few different decks that we've got. We've got some, like... We have some crazy pulls. It's just that, you know, it's Masochist, so it's not always amazing. Like, we do kind of have the pieces for a super heavy samurai deck. This guy is an insane pull. And, you know, so is, like, Therian Regulus. We have a couple of kaijus. But it's just we're in platinum. And the duels are a lot harder here than in gold and silver, can you believe it? Oh, this deck can actually get an update. We have 3 of this. There we go. I tried once not to do this, but play all N cards and it didn't work well. You see, I think all Ns with no crafts is actually a lot easier than Masochist. Because there are some very high power, like, N cards. Like, wait, hold on, let me just check this out. Let's untick that. Okay, so you don't have any N kaijus except for this thing, which literally isn't a kaiju by, like, the archetype's definition, okay. But, what about Therians? Do they have any Ns? Like, you could probably put together a Fire Warrior N pile relatively easy, I think. But the thing about this is, like, we have so many pulls that are kind of, like, all over the place. Like, you can see here, we've got Regulus, we've got Magnum, we've got Inspector Board. Those are all individually crazy cards. As well as, like, we've got Yazi in the extra deck, we've got Zeraboros, you know, we've got this Chronomaly, which is a negate, we've got a Banish. These are all individually crazy, but we then have to, like, you know, fill up the rest of the deck. Like, Crackdown, Mirror Force, you know? In terms of individual decks, or individual card piles, like, look at all the Earthbound cards we have. That's a few of them. This is, like, not the worst of boss monsters for them. But it's Earthbounds. Like, we've got an amount of vampire cards. One of our decks is zombies, which kind of features around this little pool of things here. We've got a number of weather cards. but just, you know, none of it is quite enough to really, like, make a full deck with. That was just looking at good stuff, wasn't it? This is our, like, zombie deck that we have access to, and we were playing for a little bit. Anything else? Oh yeah, like, we've got Anima. Anima's a pretty good card. That's just kind of a staple. Any level 1 is, you know, just removal. Got a machine deck, which I think I just edited, actually. And then we got the dragon deck, which you just looked at. Like, we've got a couple of dragon rules. We've got Destrudo. And, oh yeah, we've got Assault Synchron. We've got Romulus. We've got a couple, you know, Dragunity Synchros. We've got this. It's just so disjointed that it doesn't really work. That's the only problem. Like, this guy's a good end rare. Like, as far as staples go, this is just permanent removal turn after turn. And technically, if we got multiple copies, we could resolve multiple copies. But I'm getting kinda sick of the dragon deck because we're losing with it a little bit. I might jump back on the good stuff deck, because this feels like it's just more reliable, even if it's like another pile of cards that's not searchable with the cards you want. Actually, after the recent duels, is there anything I take out from here? We've got these for the 5s. They are only 2 5s. Is there anything we want in the Link or Synchro package? Let's see. We've got 2 Dark Pendulums, and we have that 12 that takes a Dark Pendulum. Let's actually just look at that one again real quick. 1+ non-tuner Dark Pendulums. So we need a level 8 tuner, or level 5 tuner. No, okay, it's not worth it. For the moment, we'll just run this. We'll run good stuff out, because it's a little bit testing at the moment. Change decks. There we go. And let's see if this gives us a win rate that's any better, because Masochist Challenge is a little rough, you know? Somehow we're at about a 33% win rate. I don't know how, but that's about where we are at the moment. But we've been running into FTKs, OTKs, Dragoon, True Draco. The recent unban list has brought a lot of people into the game doing a lot of unfun things. The win-loss is what I dealt with, but with your actual deck in the Duelist Cup. Yeah, I get that. High-level Duelist Cup is a bit of a hellscape, isn't it? I can't say that I'm familiar, because I kind of like just grind it a little bit on the regular account for some gems, and then leave it and don't do anything with it. What do you reckon, Paleo? What happens if I special summon? Oh. Okay. That's another thing that gives you wins in a Masochist Challenge. People seeing a card and surrendering. 3 legacy tickets as well, that's generous. Just after me complaining about losing a whole bunch, what are we... It is Paleo. They had us. If they actually stuck out that game, there's no way we beat proper Paleozoic. But we'll take those. So let's take our legacy packs and see what we can get. I don't know what the best card we can unlock in this is, but it's not Dual Assembler. That's our 3rd copy or something like that. We don't have enough Cyberse cards. We don't have both names for that one, so that's unsummonable. That's one of the worst cards in the game. Level 3 normal. Level 4 normal. And a Cloudian card. Gilgarth is okay. If we ever manage to get like a Labyrinth pile, we actually might play it that. Right, because we're in Platinum, our little special rule is that we get 2 Master Packs instead of 1. Does it help us out? Not a huge amount. Still yet to pull the Horn of Heaven for this thing. Oh, wait, hold on. Ooh. Yeah, like, legacy packs are awful. We should be able to just decraft those cards. That's terrible. I need to check if we have a Cyber Dragon. Because we definitely have something that changes its name to Cyber Dragon. Another Ragnarok. Right. And Gemini. Okay, so that's pack 1. Pack 2. We're getting rather low on gems at the moment. We've spent most of this month in Platinum, and while our win rate hasn't been super high, it's been high enough that opening 2 packs has drained it over the course of the month. We got an ultra rare. That could be just about anything. Miracle Synchro Fusion. We don't have a target. Like, just at all for it. We have some Ghost Stones, it might be worth checking those out. And... okay, not... It's a card. But we literally have no Mech Knights, I'm pretty sure. Like, if we had targets for that, that'd be kind of crazy. Let's have a quick look. I'm pretty certain. We're playing good stuff, so let's go into that one. Mech. No. We have one Mech Knight. This is, this can be used as a Link 3, right? Right. What else was I going to look at? Cyber Dragon. Okay, we have a Toon Cyber Dragon. We have Hertz. Nashta. Ooh, that's interesting. I think this just goes in the machine deck. Because that's really good, actually. Yeah. Okay, let's change that up right now. Cyber Dragon. We tried to condense this more into archetypes rather than just piles of cards. Okay, we do have 5s in here. We want to keep those in. This is good. Spell trap removal, Kaiju searching, removal, spell trap removal. That's part of the plan for this. World Shield. That sometimes is just a wall they cannot get over. But I think we'll take it out for the sake of putting in Nashta. And Hertz as well. If this card is special summoned, if this card is sent to the graveyard, okay, it doesn't search any Cyber Dragon. This card's name becomes Cyber Dragon while in the graveyard. Once per turn you can reveal a spell, this card's name becomes Cyber Dragon until the end phase. So I think it might just be Nashta then. Oh, we put this in the extra deck. Right, what are we not making? Scrap Archfiend, probably. But yeah, I have gripes about the legacy packs. It's just so many cards you're never going to play, with like 1 or 2 cards that are just like mandatory for playing a deck, and they're just hidden away in there for no reason. Okay, go in second. We went second against the last person, and they just surrendered, so maybe that's the strat. It is a very weird thing. We kind of want to go first because we want to put like something on board, but we also have Kaijus, so going second isn't the worst thing in the world. They got Goatee Sleeves, Skull Servant Mate, but they're activating a Testina card. I think we might have a chance. Testina is not the most fantastic of archetypes. yeah, you said that you were struggling in the DC Cup with your actual deck. What do you play in the DC Cup? Because while I was just playing on my main account for a couple, you know, easy gems, I was playing at like duel level 10, thereabouts-ish, with Generator. And it was about 50% win rate, maybe more like 60, 70%. They really thinking about this Testina activation. Place Divine Domain. That's the Divine Domain. During your main phase, send it to Testina. Okay. And you send a second Fallen. If Testina's spell trap is destroyed or this, you can banish Special Light. Okay, so it floats. You've sent 2 cards. Target Testina, destroy it, add it to Testina, okay. So it's Rota in a weird way. The Wind Aqua, the Light, no, the Water Aqua. I thought I remembered these cards being like a group of weird typings. Maybe it's weird like attribute type combos. What do we have? Oh no, okay, it's all Aqua, it's just all the different attributes. Activate one of these effects. Let's see. I mean, I know what the end goal is. They want to, like, do Book of Moon shenanigans. But I don't know how they get there. Ice Jade. Okay. If you control Crystal God Testina. That doesn't have a self-summoning condition. That does have a self-summoning condition. Hello. Wait, you were here on another stream. It doesn't say first time chat. We have returning chatters. Oh dear. That's not fantastic. How did you just bring that one out? If a face-up card is in the field zone. Oh dear. I don't remember you being here either, but on the other hand, that is a very specific name. It doesn't say first time chat. So, I guess hello and welcome back. Check your chat logs? I guess I can. At least I think I can. 7 messages. Oh, what happened was last stream, I'm pretty sure that the last one you were here, my microphone wasn't working for like... No, it wasn't that it wasn't working. It wasn't registered for like half the stream. You told me that like the pinned comment was, you know, not gonna prevent bots from, you know, just putting their messages in. And how do we... Okay, one of these is a floodgate. Yeah, your mic isn't working, pretty much. It wasn't that it wasn't working, it just wasn't plugged in, which, or it wasn't registering with OBS, but yeah, that was basically for a whole stream. It's traumatized me to the point where I'm triple checking it. So it's not currently a floodgate, and this protects a card. So, what's the idea? Synchro for 7. At least I think that's the idea. Yeah, sure, no problem. Can't be destroyed, banished by your opponent's card effects this turn, then if activated, you can... Okay. Okay. Right, let's read Yazi. Destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard. Okay, so... yeah, let's do that then. Because if they banish him, we can bring Yazi back and make the Star Eater that we actually have in the extra deck. Don't know what this is. Okay. Activate. Target this. Let's see. Face up monsters you control. Special summon Testina. We don't actually want that. Yeah, let's do this. This dies anyway. They're not gonna banish this, I don't... Yeah, unfortunately. It would actually be a lot better for us if they did banish it. Oh wait, no, they have. But it doesn't... Oh, it doesn't float? Okay, that's a problem. Okay, critical misunderstanding. It probably would have been a better play to set B-Jam, because we now rely on not dying. Three or more face-up cards. I don't have 3 or more face-up cards. But we are currently losing to Testina Ice Jade. The Ice Jade part is what's killing us at the moment. Adrian. Well, Ice Jade and Ice Jade, your opponent. Okay, that's fine. They are still missing the field spell. So they don't have the lock with the Ice Jade monsters. Can this card attack and defense? No. It's one of the equips that allows them to do that. Like, this thing? No? Not that one. This one! You made the Crystal God Testina. And what if we turn it face up? Put it face up and in defense position, what happens? Okay, we lose Mirror Force. Does not have Crystal God. Okay, you can special summon this card. Oh, you can destroy this, add a Testina. Yeah. We actually are in a spot of bother because they can add, what, this? During opponent's turn... Wait, no, we're scared if they get Crystal God Testina. But how do they summon out Crystal God Testina? Because they don't have monsters to tribute for it. And they don't have ways to do it from the grave. If this card is special summoned, that's the only way it can send. What was that card? It was Royal Rare. It must be good. From your hand or grave. It's not in grave. It's not in hand. Okay. You can send this place if a face up. Okay. That's still not terrifying me currently. Ah, they haven't read this card. That's good for me. Right, so yeah, we're about to see the power of set B-Jam. We made a mistake going for Yazi, but it's fine. I wonder if this can negate in damage, because when does this happen? At the end of the damage step, so maybe it could have done. Oh, that's kind of funny. We can book the monster that likes to book things. But I think for the moment we probably just do that. We've got one monster which is currently face up, cannot be destroyed by battle. We've got one monster face down, cannot be destroyed by battle. Negates its effects as well. If we book the monster, it loses the counter, but if we book this, we can't kill it anyway, so probably just don't. If this card is destroyed, you can special summon a Testina from grave. Okay, we should have actually tried to hit into this sooner, I think, right? If this card is special summoned. It does work when summoned from the grave, so maybe we want to just, like, yeah, give it a turn. Called by. Well, would it surprise you, chat, that they are playing with real cards? We are not. We are playing with hopes and dreams cobbled together to form a rough idea of a deck. Wait. No, that's continuous spell. Normal in addition to normal. Oh. Oh dear. Oh, you didn't change the monster to face down. You changed a spell trap to face down. Right. Which means we do get to summon it back next turn. If this card is sent to the graveyard, target to Stina, it can make a second attack. Also, you can only attack with a monster. Well, that telegraphs their plan a little bit. Second normal summon. Okay, it's still currently fine, because we get this on the field, negate this guy's effects, and I don't really know what we do from there, but we negate this thing's effects. Target card on the field, banish it. Cubic! Let's go! Cubic counter for the win. Doing okay, we managed to use V-Jam. We have made a monster negated. Oh, okay, that's, You have to target 2 monsters, don't you? Oh. Yeah, we just frustrated them. So yeah, I'm doing fine. How about yourself? How's things? They are just playing a full, like, that's probably as good a deck as it's gonna be, right? They were playing Crystal God, they were not playing Demigod. So there was a threat. We just never saw it. I was gonna make my anima too. Aw. Yeah, it's pack time, baby. We get 3 legacy tickets. Just, as someone said earlier though, this has like 4,000 cards. You don't want to see anything from, I don't know, here? Basically, hold on, we're not there yet still. Okay. It's like, these cards are the lowest you want to see. This bottom half of the list is terrible. We really need, like, a way to, like, craft these cards separately or break them down. Okay, we have more Performer Pals for probably the biggest archetype in the game. Maybe tied with Heroes. Gem Knight Garnet. We actually do have some Gem Knight fusions. I don't know if we have anything that needs Garnet as a material, though. Level Modulation, which we probably won't be playing. That we won't be playing. And, once more, Cloudian card. Yep. I don't expect the Legacy packs to change much, but you never know. There's, like, there's Mimicking Manitobug in there. There's Jelly Cannon in there. That's a Pearly memory. We don't have Pearlies. I think we have like 2 main deck Gunkan monsters. So probably not enough. That's DDD. We definitely don't have enough of that. Negate the effects of face-up monsters special summon from the extra deck if you both control a monster special summon from the extra deck. If monster is destroyed for battle, involving 2 monsters that were summoned from the extra deck, send this to the grave. Burn for 1,000. Another Amazoness Onslaught. Oh wait. During your main phase 2, you can move 1 counter, target a rocket, special it. We have rockets. Also, it is banished when it leaves the field. You cannot special from your extra deck except Dark Links to the turn you activate this effect, even if this card leaves the field. That's not a once per turn. Yeah, that's not a once per turn. We do need to take battle damage to proc it. But, like, we have rockets. That does actually support the deck a little bit. Okay, we're in Platinum, so we get 2 packs. Does it change up the pace that we, you know, win or lose this challenge? Probably a little bit, but it's not going to change, like, how easy it is to do. That's our 3rd Drytron name in, like, 4 days. We are slowly picking them up. Bio-Insect Armor. And you do not control this card. Target Insect Equip. Gains 1500 during the battle in main phase 2. That's an oddly specific time. I mean, I have a lot of coin toss cards, but I don't think we're playing anything that's Arcana Force. Doubted Magician. Gains 200 piercing after this card battles detach. We don't really have a spellcaster deck as such, but that is a card for the spellcaster deck. Like, I guess it's worth showing off anyway. If we go into here and we just create new for a second sake of argument, and we filter by spellcasters, first option. Yeah, it is just the Zeus girl, but like in a spellcaster deck you'd probably make it. What is it? Because the best thing we have is somewhere towards the bottom. We've got Alistair. A little bit further up, I don't know where it is. There we go. We've actually got, like, Witchcrafters. We've got Madame Vere. And I know we have another one. I just can't remember which one it is. But yeah, the point being that we don't actually have, like, that many. Yeah, there we go. Another Witchcrafter. An arm of Exodia. You have Ebon Illusion, Magician, and Cosmo Queen. Yeah, you want to know something crazy? Take a look at all the Dark Magician support we have. What's that? No Dark Magician. We have Magician Girl, we have Eye of Timaeus, we have 3 of this dragon, which requires Dark Magician. Couldn't be... hold on. Where is her counterpart? Hers is also a rare, by the way. Like, this is also a rare. We couldn't have got one of this, you know? Take that away. But yeah, we've got a crazy amount of, like, Dark Magician support. Just no actual Dark Magician. Ebon Illusion Magician summons Cosmo Queen instead of Dark Magician for read. Wait, hold on. Once per turn, detach special summon a spellcaster normal from your hand attack. Oh wait, really? And we do have Cosmo Queen. But still, we don't actually have a consistent way to make 7s. Like, we have Rulers. We have 2 Dragon Rulers. That's probably our most consistent rank 7 that we could get. Which is in the Dragon deck, which feels god-awful to play. Like, actually, that's probably worth looking at. What do we have in 7s? Just to put out the point. Okay. We have a normal summon 7. We need to shuffle a ritual spell, that doesn't count. We have a sometimes hand trap. It has been very on and off when we've drawn it. We have played it, we have tried it, but it's just, it doesn't seem to happen. That's a normal summon. This is a single tribute. 100-footed horror. Millipede? Centipede, sorry. Millipede doesn't exist yet. Waiting for the millipede. What else do we have? I mean, you have this if you can get a Therian or a Warrior in your grave. That counts. You can bring Light Dragons back from the grave with this thing. If you can take some burn, you can special this. You could be horrifying when you need to be. Yes, yes you can. I'm just saying that this one only has 100 feet. Yours has 1,000 feet. There is a slight difference. Bloodcut. That's... I have not seen that before. That's a nice little Twitch mode. if a link monster special summon it. So yeah, that doesn't have its own summoning condition. That's a normal summon without tribute. That doesn't, like, the ruler. Yeah, I know it's a myth, but it's like, it's the naming difference, right? We have this, which requires 6 sounds. We have Forerunner, which we can actually summon. Like, we have 7s, but it feels like 7 Turbo would still be pretty bad. Although this is never a 7. Most species, they don't have 1,000 feet, only 500 to 750. That's, I know it's correct. It just feels like such a weird distinction to make sometimes. I know that, like, for science reasons, you want to name things correctly. Random millipede facts are commonplace. You know, I don't doubt that. Random animal facts are very common to, like, know, and very fun to know. As a sect vivipede myself, I can confirm. Well, this is half a fusion summon if we were playing that one. But as it stands, we are... Do we have pendulums in this deck? I think we just do this and pass turn. Sometimes turning your opponent's monsters to machine does screw them up enough. And this is a 2400 Marshmallow, which dies to MST. Judging by their name, I'd assume that this doesn't mean anything. In fact, they might welcome it. But no, they are playing Dark Magician. Right, in that sense, it's good we have the Kaiju on field. Or in hand, sorry. And they have Eternal Soul. We have a couple outs. We have Oleanoids, Cosmic, possibly Abominable Unchained. Let me read. Technically Barbaros. That... Oh, wait. BM4? Yeah, BM4 counts. They're just setting cards, aren't they? Oh, that's a Horus. We're in trouble. How do we beat Eternal... How do we beat Eternal Soul plus, like, Horus cards? At the start of the damage step, if you're a pro... Okay, so they don't get a redeclare on the attack. That's very important. There is... probably... I mean, have they sent Dark Magician to Grave? They haven't sent Dark Magician to Grave just yet. There's a chance they have him in hand, there's a chance he's not in rotation at all. If it's not in rotation at all, they won't flip up the, what's the face, the Eternal Soul. Right, they still have 2 Foolish Burials, and they only need... No, they will need all 4 Horus to win. But will they be able to see that? Because that's 25. That one's 2,000. The one which can go up to 4,800 will be 4,300. But then they need something that crashes into this, so they do need all 4 Horus. Horus is probably one of the most difficult decks we can try and beat. simply because this card is so much protection and we need specifically spell trap removal for it. But they're making Nixies. I don't know what, it's a rank 8, it could be anything. Would not be surprised if it was Hope Harbinger. It's the zombie vampire. I'm so mad, I don't think I'm playing the mineral. No, I'm not playing the mineral anymore. Very sad times. Got a level 8 pseudo hand trap. Since I had to make a new account, I've just made Phantasm Spiral because it's cheap and I remember how's the meta changed since 2022. Oh, is that how long you've been out? Have you played TCG? Or have you just played Master Duel? Because that's a slight distinction, I guess. They really are just putting in all the packages, aren't they? And they milled my kaiju, giving me a kaiju. Currently I've got a Marshmallow, and currently that is going to carry. In like 2010. Okay, so you've been playing Master Duel, really. It's changed up a fair bit. Like, a lot. I haven't played Master Duel particularly frequently until, like, a few months ago. But there is a deck... well, there are several decks running around that there didn't used to be. If you haven't played TCG in the longest time, then you won't be familiar with the fact that Dragoon is a monster that exists, which was unlimited on a recent ban list. True Draco was unlimited on a recent ban list. What else? Let's see. Tenpai is currently one of the top decks. Well, one of the top decks. One of the frequent decks you'll see around. There's Yubel, a deck called Voiceless Voice, which is a ritual deck. Dragoon is back. Oh god, Dragoon was never in Master Duel. But now it is in Master Duel. Verte is still legal. Red Eyes Fusion is still legal. And it's not that it's particularly... I think that, as the majority of people are saying, if you're playing competitive Constructed, then it's not the worst thing to deal with. But the thing is, like, Verte is what's making it more of a problem, I think. It's also new toy syndrome. It got unbanned, like, a few weeks ago, and so it's everywhere. But yeah, Masterpiece is also at 3, so True Draco's having a resurgence, and so is Stun. Let's see, Ritual Beast is a popular deck at the moment, as is... They got rid of my Kaiju! No! You're supposed to use your Horus monster as link material. I've been in and out since 2010, but didn't play a lot. I've kept up, but I take long-ass breaks. I did play a hell of a lot in 2009 to 10. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, can't blame you for that. Oh, they're banishing the thing to make the machines. That's the wrong thing to banish, right? I can still just hit over this. It doesn't even take anything special. I guess they can just bring the Horus monsters back from grave and kill me next turn. That's the thought process. Change. This will give me an extra token. But I'm not summoning a monster, I'm just attacking. When you straight up don't draw Umi. It is made a little bit worse in Master Duel by the fact that Terraforming recently got banned. Metaverse exists. I take it by Umi, you do just mean like Phantasm Spiral as well. Oh wait, that's my normal summon, right. Never mind. Bye. Recently it got banned, but oh. Okay, I thought it was somewhat recent. But yeah, terraforming got, like, killed, so we only have... Okay, Metaverse is at 3. So there's that. And you've still got your 3 Phantasma Spiral. Do you have, like, the Sea Stealth support? Generic Umi got a wave of support not too long ago. I want to say 2022 might be correct, that they got their new wave of support about then. TCG. In Macedol, it came out a little bit more recently, because they're running a couple formats behind-ish. Yeah, I've had that happen once recently. It's always a great feeling. You're in a decent position, or, you know, you're just, you know, going about dueling, and then you just completely drop connection. They now have 3 Horus monsters in the grave. We are down 1900 life. That's the end of the game. You can keep up with Phantasm Spiral, I think. It's going to be a lot more difficult, but you can do it. In theory, the format is about to get a little bit more explosive, with possibly Max C being banned in the near future, but 2 or 3 different monster cards coming in to replace it. That rumour's been floating around for a little bit now. And TCG favourite archetype Fiendsmith is soon to be released, if leaks are correct. But yeah, that is the end of the game, because they just send it to grave with this. Or are they just trying to hit in for the damage? Oh, there you go. They did just kind of miss lethal. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about it, but they did miss lethal. Magma. I mean, we'll do this first. We'll just banish 1 Imseti. Oh, the multi-universe field spell. I know the one you mean. Yeah, the eternal problem with, like, Phantasm Spiral is you need the field spell. And if you don't find the field spell, you're kind of in trouble. Just a bit. They haven't found their Dark Magician yet. I was kind of hoping, just a little bit, that they would actually find it by now. Okay, Resolve Timebreaker. The thing is, we can send, at the start, you can send that opponent's monster to grave. We also don't have another way to summon another monster. We can tribute 2 for Barbaros, or we can tribute 2 to summon the Kaiju. We're not searching in the end phase. Screw it. Bye. It's not like this loses to everything on their field. I mean, there might have been a Duel Links skill that just made you draw Pacifist for the turn. Duel Links has a whole host of skills that makes literally everything playable. And I've never really paid much attention to Duel Links anyway, so... Start the damage step, send it. Or not, it doesn't matter. We're not winning that duel regardless. Every deck was good in Duel Links. Yeah, it does feel like that. Your mother was good at Duel Links. You know, that's a slight difference from the normal one, so that's a decent joke. I like that. It feels like this card was not relevant. It's never seen play in the TCG or Master Duel, but it did have a good stint in Duel Links. And that's just kind of the status quo. As far as hands go, this isn't the worst we've had. Add an Unchained monster. See what happens. Well, they now know about it. Activate Dark Sanctuary. Tier 0 baby for a day. Set this one. And set this one. 4 cards. Definitely an unbreakable board against an average deck. Because that's a lot of what we run into, actually. Just not particularly strong decks, but like, you know, just an average deck. And it will, you know, play around what you've got. Or make it not matter. Evenly matched. We don't need you. We don't need you. I don't fucking know. We keep the monster. Not again. Come on. Give me a break. Through your main phase, you can add a 4. Yeah, but like, no. Like, we're not winning that. I'm not gonna... There's no point. I'm not sticking around. That's just a proper deck, isn't it? There's no... Yeah, it's just a proper deck. They're expecting to go second by the looks of this. Ooh, what fun. Is there anything we can change up about this? We're on 44. We want this for this. We want this to make summoning this and just like every high level easier. Well, I say every high level, it's just these two. We have a third one of this we could run. We are running into more of those guys. Just needs to be special summoned by a card effect, full stop. What else? What other options do we have? I haven't seen this in an eternity, but it does kind of help. What else am I thinking of? Because we've got 3 of this, we've got 2 of this, which is okay. We've got double cooking. That's hoking. There you go. Double hooking. Which would it be good for what? Making a rank 6? We're not playing a rank 6. Bringing back monsters. We haven't seen Draw Hand ever. But it does synergize with the Mirage Dragon. How many hard to summon monsters is this? It's a good few now. But let's try putting those guys back in. We've ran into a good couple of Horus now. And in theory, it's a lot more live than, you know... We've had a lot of experience with it being dead in our hand. But it should be a relatively live card. People send Maxi, people discard Ash Blossom, people activate Foolish Burial. They have an extra deck. They have 40-15 average ratios. Set 1. Our gameplay is, you know, swift. Not strong, but we can get it over with pretty quickly. And it's White Forest. Whereas a lot of people still call it White Woods because that's alliteration and it sounds good. Related. Oh wait, no, we can just look at one of the spells, right? And that should show us all three. Right. Inflict Piercing. Cannot be destroyed. Activates a card effect. Okay, so there's no in-archetype negates. Which is a rare bonus for us, actually. But they do have in-archetype protection, that means this isn't going to cut it. We want them to synchro summon so we can then Magnum I think. Yeah, it really is, actually. But these are all, like, quick effects, right? This spell trap is sent to the grave. During your opponent's turn, if a light spellcaster tuner is special summoned for this... Nope, so is it this one? Yeah, are you going to put it in the grave? Not just now. Okay, it's live, it's on board. Emblema Oath. Oh dear, Whitewood Centurion. Okay, it adds one from your deck. That's then an activated effect, as is the other one, so we should just be able to stop one of them. And we'll chain here. Probably just banish this. Cut them off from that. Response. No. Okay. We'll leave it in attack position. It might not be the best play, but we will. Attempt to search. That goes through. We get a dragon in end phase. That's a lot of archetypes, actually. White Woman who dwells in the fire. I don't know. Ritual Beast is kinda, maybe. It isn't Centurion, but we're gonna see that part of the combo anyway. I have suspicions, and I do not like it. That is a 12 synchro. Gusto? You might be right, actually. But yeah, this White Forest, that's another thing. In terms of how the meta's changed, White Forest is part of a... You know how Duel Terminal was a massive lore story, and like the Fallen of Albaz lore, and the Visas Starfrost lore? Well, currently it is, I guess you would say, Sinful Spoils lore. I don't think we can find anything that kind of loops them all. No. And we're about to see full Centurion combo. We have a small spider and a dragon to, you know, help wall up. They are not close to stopping. This hasn't changed since you've been away. People still combo for stupid amounts of time. You think that the timer must have run out by now, and it just hasn't. Yeah. Now, good ways to stop Tenpai, if you don't know. The field spell, because they need, like, it loses to MST. You know, it's that bit of, it's a face-up spell, it needs to be on the field to resolve. If you can get rid of it before the battle phase, that's a good way to stop them. I think the orange one, Chundra, level 4 tuner, is really important to stop as well. Those are probably your best two, like, choke points, so to speak. Following that, they have a quick play spell, which, like, you know, if everything else has gone through, try and stop that. No, my Magnum up. I only have to win 15 coin flips, and they do just lose, but that's assuming they don't have spell trap removal. Oh yeah, Tenpai also, like, if you just flip Waboku, so that you don't take battle damage for the turn, and your monsters can't be destroyed by battle. They do just lose to that. They do need their monsters to actually be the same type. So if you're going to screw with types by changing like everything on field to a fiend or, you know, something like that. The Clockwork Knight I was just playing, that does it as well. You going to banish everything? Oh! That's 3k. Well, that's 1750. When your opponent's monster effect, oh, they can't even stop it. Let's see, can't be destroyed by card effects, face-up spells. I don't see a reason that I currently can't... Oh no, come on. They're putting that. Where is it? Centurion monsters can't be destroyed by card effects. Damn. They did it. They stopped my Raigeki. I can give him a Kaiju. I can destroy this thing. Oh, that's a lot more funny, actually. Book of Moon. Nice. That's fine. I'll just call it there for the moment. They do have to pop my Spell Trap to get their monsters back face up, and it's not the most difficult task in the world. But yeah, Tenpai actually does have a number of choke points. They need their monsters to be dragon types, so if you're going to activate something like Clockwork Knight to change the types, or if you're going to activate the DNA Surgery to change the types because you're just that kind of gimmick, that will do it. They need to be able to Synchro Summon, so any Synchro Summon Floodgate works, like Dimension Barrier Call, Synchro Monsters, Discord, Dark Highlander, although Dark Highlander can be negated, so that's not the best. Tsikaboo, yeah, they need to, like, because their whole archetype is dragons, that does work. But the problem is that most major floodgates in Master Duel are now at 1. I say most major ones, not all of them. What did they just set? Tales of the White Forest, okay. But yeah, Tsikaboo does work as well. Special summon this card, then increase its level by 4. Okay, so special summon, and then what, Baron? Because it doesn't lock you. I'll simply knock you into Tenpai Trust. Sometimes that just happens. It is, like, pretty common. But there are other things. Yeah, there you go. Now we lose the game, probably. They're just gonna, you know, pop the Swords of Concealing. Which means they can now flip everything back up. But I'm still not terrified. Once well face on the field, when a card or effect is activated, so that does include Dark Sanctuary. I think we just lose. If they decide to not negate it, then, you know. Okay, that's a weird play they just did. Dragoons in Phantasm Spiral. I take it you mean the Atlantean Dragoons? I don't... because I know of a few, like, Dragoon cards, but I don't know what makes sense for Phantasm. Do you mean, like, the Troop Dragon? Like, that level 2 monster that just summons itself out? Or do you mean, like... I don't know. Like, big, normal monster dragon? I'm not familiar with the joke off the top of my head. The joke was that they're oh, it's those ones. The ones of Draconia. They give you, like, piercing, there's an attack modulation effect, maybe in Armades. They're not the most brilliant cards, but, like, yeah, I know those guys. They're fun. They're fine. No, that's a different normal pendulum. I thought they were all, like, the X of Draconia, so are they not the Dragoons of Draconia? Oh, they're simply not going to attack. That poses an issue. And the Kaiju comes back for the Baron. They have lore, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. Well, your whole field is full. You have an Omni-Negate. What if... Bye. And Lightning Storm. Vortex, even. Why can this not be destroyed? Oh no, it says on the card! Yeah, go for it. Are you just not going to deal with Dark Sanctuary? They've got to have some removal for Dark Sanctuary, right? Like, they've got to, like... Are they playing 2 Baron? They're playing 2 Baron, aren't they? Chaos Angel, banish it. How many plays does it take for them to out a single card? Yeah, we're dead. Like, we're just done. I can't believe they didn't risk it for the biscuit. They didn't trust themselves. They didn't believe. If they did risk it, I think we still would have lost. That's our kind of luck. But, hold on. Drag. Because there's a few cards with Dragoon in the... Yeah, okay, they are all Dragoons. Oh. Battle damage, destroy, rotor, and then pierce. No. Oh, piercing is Lanthorincus. Right. No, that's not his name either. And this is floating. Lance. There we go. That's the guy I was thinking of. But yeah, I'm familiar with the Dragoons. I just haven't played Phantasm Spiral in ages. I'm not actually sure. I think the best way is with, like, the Umi adjacent support, the newer stuff that came out, like Sea Stealth, the continuous spell, Sea Stealth 2. And you, like, the whole deck revolves around having normal monsters, but you could actually play Ocean Dragon Lord Kairyū Shin. On the plus side, they've got 11 and extra. On the downside, we have MST. Who would win? Cosmic Cyclone, or 6 cards, 11 extra. Harpy's Feather Duster. You know what? You can have that. Mentor. That's kind of neat, actually. That's nice. Okay. That makes sense. We need them to send from deck to grave, or from hand to... Oh wait, that did send from deck. Hand trap. Maybe we should be going second. Maybe we should be cutting our trap cards and just loading up on spells and monsters. Maneater Bug 3. Or 15 at this point, I don't know. There's a lot of Maneater Bugs in the game. Alright. Anyway, they are going to do full Memento combo, which does mean that they're probably ending on this plus this. Maybe a couple other things besides. Oh wait, they don't have their... It's a goblin, it's related to all the goblin bikers, of course. No, they're currently missing a fusion. But you can use this to jump around between archetypes. Because you can look at every fusion spell. Okay, so worked out exactly what you need to look at various cards. Prime Mineral should have an archetype. I guess it is just 2 cards at the moment. We've got exactly Manstrong and Congrate. But there is a different archetype that has, like, there's a... I guess if you're playing Phantasm Spiral, you'll be happy to learn that there is an archetype coming up called Primite. I don't know how soon, it could be, like, distant future for Master Duel. But it's... The archetype's called Primite, and it bases itself around declaring, like, names of normal monsters, and supporting normal monsters. There's a good few spell traps. There's, I think, 2 main deck effect monsters. But the point being that they are, like, extra ways to consistently get declared normal monster, or to give it, like, some bonuses. But yeah, like, these are interesting hand traps, you know? Like, one of them being an artifact, the other one being an actual hand trap. Well, Chalice gonna go crazy. They could do with it. The thing is, I think the Primite cards are a little bit too fair, possibly. Because I haven't actually seen them that much in, like, any kind of play. But in theory, you could actually pair it pretty well with Phantasm Spiral. My game feels like it laggy. It could be closing on time to end the stream. We normally go for a little bit longer though, so I'm not quite sure why it is lagging. Oh, that's 5 mementos. They've done it. Here's combined creation. Okay, I guess they're waiting to negate the effects. Cheat, my favorite deck, is Familiar Possessed. It's like stun but without the floodgates. Everything has 5k. Yeah, because all the continuous spells and traps, like, they'll just stack, don't they? Yeah, I gotta be honest, this was probably... Kaiju should have been the first action. Anyway, Unicorn. SP. Okay, well, SP cannot change its battle position. Damn, you banished my Congrate. Earth Monster. Airbellum go. Attack SP. I don't know why they... like, people seem to just think I will special summon. I normal summon, I activate a field spell, and they just think I must activate the insect. In reality, I think I may have special summoned once or twice after someone's actually activated Max C in this challenge. It just really doesn't happen that often. It's not worth giving your opponents the draw, and most of the cards that I'm activating don't give them a draw the anyway. Like, I will activate Dark Sanctuary and they will say, Max C. And if you read Dark Sanctuary, it tells you that nowhere on this... No. Okay, it does say Special Summon on it. But it says Destiny Board. Which if they then take a look at, like, related cards... Oh, Destiny Board, it's a trap. Right. Can you special summon it from Grave? You can just special summon it from Grave, so it's not even like it did anything. We are somewhat boned. Haha. Funny, yes, with the Memento archetype full of bones. 1/2, okay. That makes the twin-headed Thunder Dragon thing. I don't know how they thought that this guy was a forgotten monster, because Memento feels like it's dedicated to monsters which are difficult to remember. And then they gave them retrains. Granted, like, yes, that's true, that needs a retrain. I could understand that. I don't think this guy was that well known, but I simultaneously don't think he was, like, unknown. Yeah, that's not wrong. This card wasn't unknown. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this thing probably wasn't. The twin-headed Thunder Dragon I don't think was. Trihorn shouldn't be that unknown. It was one of the first set. It isn't all OCG exclusives. Like, this one here is a reversion of Trihorn Dragon, who was the second strongest normal attack monster in, like, early Yu-Gi-Oh! Because, of course, Blue Eyes first. But then it was Trihorn. Okay. Chaos Angel. Are you gonna summon the Combined Creation? I think you got enough, right? Yeah. Some of them, like the seahorse looking thing, that was an OCG monster. Key Mace, I think, was an OCG monster. And yeah, that's just, that's kind of the game. Can you imagine we can't do anything against a full-on combo deck? Right, we can go for a couple more games. Maybe a win or two. But if we don't get it, it doesn't matter. I do need to top up this account anyway. That name is interesting. Does make me think what? Ceratosaurus is such a relatable dinosaur. Translated out Latin, it's big horny lizard. I mean, a lot of names are just like, you know, very... There's a lot of names of animals that are not particularly scientific or not particularly smart. They're just names. Seemingly a bot name with 44 extra 10, or 44 deck 10 extra. Am I about to get FTK'd? Or is my opponent about to play an actual deck? They might be about to do neither. could be Masochist. Right. Okay, let's start with Wicked Witch. Not Wicked Witch, Good Witch. They reading. Okay, so probably a player. Punishment. Yeah, you go for it. What are you gonna send as your target? Send Gold Pride Chariot. Okay. We are not going to discard. Just hit it. And main 2, set a card and call it a turn. Now if this guy does get destroyed, he floats because it's not the same turn. This probably is going to be enough. So far they've activated 3 different archetypal cards. Well, they didn't activate this, so I think we're fine. We are definitely fine. And now I think it's a bot. I should probably stop trying to guess about whether these accounts are bots or real people, because it never ends up, like, being correct. Every guess is wrong. And I'm never gonna, you know, find out anyway, so what does it matter? This opponent is a win. Is that one of the profiles? I've never noticed that Ecclesia had, like, a profile. Anyway, normal summon this and that makes game, right? Still need to Link Summon, Pendulum Summon, and Ritual Summon at some point. Might try and dedicate a couple decks to that when we fall back down to gold in the new year. Yeah, that's a win. Against nothing. That's not even a real deck, not in the slightest. I would not be playing Dreadmaster unless I had to exactly get to 40. Wrong one. That one. Right, let's find out. Anti-burn. That's not really that helpful. I like the level 7 elemental reptiles. They're funny. Muscle Medic. We're not hurting for playables that badly. That's our second of the star, like, group of warriors. I don't think it really does anything for us, though. I don't think we have the fusions. That's an OCG monster there for you. Yeah, there you go. This is the Memento retrain. Oh, you played it at, like, the star, guys? I like the fusions they have. They're really cool. And if you control a Link 4 or higher... no, just not worth it. Right. Last couple of packs of the stream, can we make them count? Win rate is probably tanked abysmally. Solemn Authority. That's our second Chunjun. Dino Wrestler. No, not worth it. Another Swordmaster. Another 6 Samurai. Doesn't self-summon. Trident Dragon, the second. Spiritual Swords. I don't think that's worth playing. It technically, like, it stops Tenpai. How many attacks can they declare in a battle phase? It might not actually stop Tenpai. I changed my mind on that. That's good 6-Sam support. Ooh, that is really good 6-Sam support. I don't think we have enough to make them playable, but that is something we need to look at. During the end phase, add a Magispector. That's a terrible time to add a card. Alright. Evil Swarm. Flip. Target a face-up card your opponent controls. Return it. It does target, but we have a flip deck somewhere. At least in the works, if it's not constructed. Okay. So, none of those pulls have really changed anything. But while we're here, let's claim these. There we go. We can open one more pack whenever we next win. Let's take a look at our 6-Sams, because we have a couple. This one's worth playing, this is worth playing, this is worth playing, and from there we need to actually look at them. Like, this one, you can special summon a 6-Sam from hand. That's a big blocker. That's an attacker, I guess. That's a blocker, that's removal, double attacking, direct attacking. Same name and same attack, different name, sorry. 14, 10, 16, 5, 5, 2, 17, 17, 16, 12. That's not the 6-Sam. Those two are 6-Sams. So you could do that. You could do these two into each other. But you can't do anything else? No, I guess you can do this. So you could do that. Would we play that? Oh yeah, we can also pop that one in there. That's certainly removal. Is this a 6-Sam? No, it's Shogun Shien. So we don't really have a way to bring it out properly. I don't think we really have anything for 6-Sams then. I was hoping. And there's nothing that really changes in the good stuff deck. No. We aren't really summoning this anymore, but it is spot removal, and it's like so good to just have a banish card. Things to think about. I think I shall call it there for this stream. We've been going for just under 3 hours. So, I think I should be streaming again on Thursday, in theory, in the evening. That's the plan anyway. Thanks for being in chat and, like, you know, stopping by. It's been fun having someone to interact with. Hope you have a good time. Merry Christmas, Happy Boxing Day, you know, all that. If you're not here next stream, or the one after, Happy New Year. Anyway, my name is Cat Monarch. Look forward to catching you next time, and goodbye for now.